What's up, everyone? It's been about a week since I've posted. Just been dealing with a lot of stuff. Big changes coming. I want to show you this real quick. I usually just go off the top. I have a list here, right? This is not an explanation. This is just what I'm going to go off of and explain to you guys. You guys have to know this stuff, okay? These are perversions and sick religious things that they do. I'm going to go through the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims, and I'm going to explain to you what they are. This list is just the name of what it is. So if I refer to it, you guys know. I don't have everything written down, though, but basically, the first thing I want you to know is something called kaparot. Kaparot in Hebrew takes place usually the day before Yom Kippur, or on Yom Kippur, I forget which one. Yom Kippur is the day of judgment. So what they do is the Hasidic Jews, they take a chicken, a fucking chicken, and they hold it by its legs. And what they do is they say a bunch of prayers. And they hold it upside down. They say a bunch of prayers. Then they wave it around their head, and then they kill it. They destroy it. Because what they believe is that their sins will transmit into the chicken, and then when the chicken dies, they'll be absolved of it. It's their way of getting around God's judgment. Now, if you remember in the Bible, Jesus does a similar thing, right? Where he casts the demons into the pigs, and then the pigs run into the water. There's another thing that the Jews do, the Hasidic Jews. It's called mitzitza b'peh. Mitzitza b'peh happens during the circumcision. The circumcision is always 8 days after the birth. What mitzitza b'peh is when you cut the foreskin off, the penis bleeds. And instead of putting a towel on it, everything that I'm telling you guys right now, feel free to go online and confirm for yourself. They cut the foreskin, and then what the rabbi does is, instead of blotting it with a paper towel or a towel or anything, he puts his mouth on the penis and sucks the blood off. Now, if that's not gross enough, there was a lawsuit that happened in the Bronx near me in New York where a rabbi had herpes, and when he did that, he transmitted it to the kid, and the kid died. This happens. This is something that happens. So that's the Jews. Next is the Christians, or the Catholics. Transubstantiation. What is that? Well, that is the bread and the wine. That is the wafer, the communion wafer, and that is the wine. And what it is it's a process by which they believe that this Eucharist and the wine physically, alchemically, turn into the body and the blood of Christ, and you eat him and you drink his blood. So there's a lot of bloodletting, a lot of blood going on here. For the Muslims, there is something called Baka Bazi. And what is Baka Bazi? Baka Bazi is a bunch of older Muslim men who go and take young boys, dress them up in drag, and the boys dance for them for their pleasure. This is all confirmable. So just so that you're aware, kaparot is the chicken, mitzitza b'peh is sucking on the infant's penis to remove the blood, transubstantiation is the Christians and the Catholics with, well, it is the Catholics, with the blood and the body. And you know the Christians always say this too online. I'm covered by the blood, his precious blood. It's a blood cult, both of them. And Baka Bazi, well, that's just young children dancing for older men, dressed as women. So I want you to be aware of this stuff, guys. It's important that you understand this is the kind of stuff that goes on in religious communities. Okay? So with that, do with it what you will. But this is incredibly important for you guys to understand.